Hey, hey everybody, I'm April Brown, and this is my musical friend, Jordan Kelly, and this is the outlet Unplugged. Hey, ooh, these flesh and bones, this heart of stone, this tongue of lies, pain tears like pain, shed tears like rain, we torn and stained, bring a fire to where we've been, set aflame our brokenness, burn up ground the way we live, until harder, 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 burn us down. Yeah. Come on, say, yeah. These flesh and bones, this heart of stone, this tongue like knives, harder, 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 yeah. Brainwashed by culture, picked at like vultures, tearing at my flesh. Oh no, no, yeah. Bring a fire to where we've been, set aflame our brokenness, burn the ground the way we live, until harder, 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 burn us down. Come on, say 1, 2, 3, say burn us down. That's your part. It's real easy. Come on, sing it with me. Say 1, 2, 3, burn us down. I think you got it. One more time right here. Eh, say 1, 2, 3, burn us down. Yeah. Thank you, thank you. So burn us down. Most of us, when we think of fire, is generally a bad thing. You know, you think of losing your home or losing your things. But in this case, fire is a good thing. And from my own experience, just kind of the story behind it is, in my marriage especially, there were a lot of things in me that didn't belong, that didn't work, and that were contrary to the vows that we took, and what we promised each other. And so it's kind of like the song is saying that's what's in us, and we need God to burn it out. And in this case, it's a good thing because we get a chance to start over. So fire is a good thing. It's hot like fire. So this next song, I wrote in one of the lowest seasons of my adult life. One of the hardest seasons, where my husband and I were in divorce talks. That's the cute term I use for it now, in divorce talks. But you know it wasn't that cute. And during that time, I was just like, something in me intuitively was just like, go home. Like literally, go to your mom and daddy house. Let's go to Florida. So I packed up the kids, and we went and just spent some time with them. And at the time, I don't think I had the words for it, or I even knew why I was going home. But I think it was more about being grounded, being reminded of who I was, and being around people who just loved me and would love on me. And it reminded me of my relationship with God. How we can always come home. We can always legs tangled up in sin, off again, lost again, wondering, I searching for new place to begin. Oh, the fear that's found me here, and all the pain that chase the shame when I feel so dirty, quite unworthy. It's hard to believe that you love me anyway, but you do. You love me, even though I'm here again, in fear again, anxiety consuming me, can hardly stand myself, warring with myself, and then questioning your love for me. Grace outlast my mess. Oh, the fear that's found me here, and all the pain that chases shame when I feel so dirty, quite unworthy. It's hard to believe that you love me anyway, but you do. You love me, you love me, you love me, yeah. Turn my mourning to dancing and my darkness to light. Give me beauty for ashes, trade the truth for the lie, trade the curse for a kiss. Give me a robe and a ring, and for all of my ugly, can still bring you glory. Yeah, you love me anyway. In spite of my mess, you love me. Yeah, you love me, you love me. Yeah.
Shout out to the outlet. Make sure you subscribe and like, for sure.
You guys give it up for April Brown. She absolutely killed it on the Unplugged. Awesome job. Awesome job. This is the first time doing this, and you absolutely started it on a great note. So
Thank you.
we're going to get to know her a little bit. I'm going to ask you a couple of questions, just to see like who you are, where you come from a little bit. So my first question is, do you have any current projects out right now? Any upcoming projects? Like where can we, how can we follow you?
Yes. So last November here in Orlando at Stark Lake Studios, me and all my musical friends, we recorded my second live album. It's called It's
Nice.
Complicated. And it tells my love story. And honestly, I think all of our love stories of failure in love, redemption in love, and hope. And so the album, like at the beginning, is more dark, and it tells of like the broken place in our relationship and the rough parts that we went through.
Okay.
And then it builds toward the more hopeful message. And the last song is, we can make it, baby. So that's how the album ends.
Yeah.
It starts with, it's complicated. What we gonna do is the second song. Literally, the chorus is like, what we gonna do. And then it builds from there, and us being affirmed in love and in our identity in Christ, and just moving on toward back to the lovey-dovey stuff that we all love. So a few love songs at the end, and then at the very end, you go out. The album goes out saying we can make it, because that's just the message that I want to push. Like whatever is going on in your relationship, in you personally, there is hope. There is a way through. together in most cases.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. I think as Christians, we kind of need to like find some music that kind of tailors to our type of relationship. So it's awesome to hear that you created something for those married, couples that are Christians, and the ups and downs of it. And then at the end of it, you can make it. So that's awesome. Yeah. So my next question is, how long have you been singing? Because your voice is impeccable. The tone.
Thank you. I've been singing all my life. Way back in the day, like I can remember when I was in 2nd or 3rd grade, my mom would be like, "You have to sing, not yell," because I guess I have my technique right. I guess, but it was just listening to her, because my mom has a beautiful like soprano voice, kind of like floating in midair kind of voice.
Okay.
And just, of course, being around singing all the time, like at church, it was. I know like people generally would look at what the deacons did as kind of like outdated, but me, it was just like a lesson in harmony and a lesson in listening to the people around you. It was a lesson in musicianship.
Yeah.
And being in a church, some churches with musicians and some without, and just learning how to compliment the people around you and how to ad-lib and improvise. That's what it really was, like education in music. So long time. I was scared to sing for a long time. So
what?
Scared.
Why?
Maybe y'all know. Just a lot of fear and believing a lot of lies about myself and my gift. And people can be fickle about artistry.
Yeah.
I think we can be, I won't say people, we can be very close-minded. Like, if she don't sing it like her, or if it don't sound like that, or if you don't do this run, you ain't singing it right.
Oh, yes.
And so just really buying into a bunch of lies about my gift for a long time. But I'm grateful to be free. It's been, I think, the last 10 years of singing at my church and growing with really, really good singers that I've really honed my craft. And then in just the last few years, I would now call myself a professional. I'm making money doing my thing. So
that's awesome.
I love it. Yeah.
And you're right, the industry can be tough. So my next question to you is, at what moment did you decide, like, yeah, I'm gonna do music? Yeah, this is it for me. And then the part 2 to that question is, like, what is the hardest part about doing what you're doing?
Okay. When did I decide to do music, and what's the hardest part? I had these songs in me, and there was a really important musical influence that discouraged me a long time ago. And so I would share stuff, and they'd be like, I don't know if that's for you, kind of thing. Kind of like dissing,
Yes, yes.
And so it was a long season of just trying to learn, like, where my true identity, my true hope, my true purpose come from, which is not from people. And I had to learn that, and it's not from proving myself, which is what I was trying to do for a long time, trying to prove myself to this person in general, or specifically. And so I've always had songs in me. Like, my mom some years ago gave me a folder of songs that I had written, like, in the 3rd grade.
Wow.
And it was such an encouragement, to be reminded this has been in me for a long time. It's not me, like, randomly thinking of something to do. Artistry, poetry, lyricism, it's just been in me for a while. I love reading and writing and language. So I've been writing with my church forever. And, I started a songwriting group maybe like 5 years ago.
Okay.
Just to hone our songs together. And then I would say like 3 years ago, I was like, okay, I'm gonna start a band. I don't know why. Why did I start a band? I don't know. It was just I felt compelled to do it. And I didn't really have any proof that I'd be good at it. But once I got into it, I was just like, okay, the band is my paintbrush. Like, they are the tools, and this song is the canvas, and I can do whatever I want. And that is addictive.
Yeah.
Like, it's addictive. It's just like, oh, we gonna remix it, or we gonna slow the tempo, we gonna speed it up, we gonna add this instrument or take this instrument out, and it's addictive. And so that's why I started, a bunch of different reasons why I started. The hardest part, what is the hardest part? For me, it's getting out of my own way. Getting out of my own way. And this is not like a bragging thing, but I'm so capable it's like somewhere in my mind, I'm like, I know I can do this. I can do this. Like, I should be charged more money. Like, somewhere in my mind.
Yeah.
And then there's another part of me that's just like, nah. Don't go after it or do it halfway.
Yeah.
You know. So it's just getting out of my own way, getting out of my head about things and sticking to my purpose and the systems that I've created. That's the hardest part, because everything else, you know, when I go perform, it's mad love. You know, people are booking me. You know, musicians love to work with me. It's really
It's you.
what's happening right here.
Yeah.
That's making the biggest difference. So
Yeah, and I think fear plays a part in that. Fear becomes our kind of our mirror. So yeah, we do get in our own way, but I do believe if God given you these talents, these gifts, your ability to write songs, then obviously you have to put it out there. So you are doing that, and you're doing a great job with that. Yeah, for sure. So how can the people find you now? What's your social media? What we using to get this music out here?
of course, you can find me on Instagram at aprilbrown.music.
Music.
Hey. So yeah, man, I love sharing, you know, parts of my life and my story, and just letting you know what's going on musically. I have a YouTube channel, April Brown Music. You can hear some of my live shows. I'm better live. Like, studio is cool, but
Yeah.
I need to feel the people. It's different when you have an audience and when you're talking to hearts and minds sitting right in front of you. I come alive in front of an audience. So YouTube, you can find me on facebook.com/April Brown Music as well. And I'm on Spotify and all the other music outlets. So.
Well, guys, you heard it here. We have April Brown in the building. She did an amazing job. You guys follow her. Make sure you check out her music. Make sure you go. Do you have any events that's coming up as well?
Oh, yes. Okay, so November 14th is called the Acoustic Love Soul Sing-Along. And yes, is that the name is that long on purpose. But just like picture it, your favorite sweater, you and your favorite friend singing all your favorite love songs together with an acoustic guitar, like a grand piano. It's going to be beautiful. It's going to be a vibe. So you got to be there November 14th at Timucua Arts Foundation. And you can find more information on my Instagram page.
That sounds like a date night for somebody.
Oh, yes.
Not me. All right, guys, we thank you for checking us out on The Outlet, man. April Brown, y'all give it up for her. She did an awesome job. Make sure you tune in. Yeah, we live.